In this video, I'll be sharing with you my take on the kabaji ban hammer and my updated list for OP03 Nami. Firstly, I think everyone didn't see the kabaji ban coming. For Moby Dick possibly, but kabaji definitely not. Why was the ban surprising? Kabaji is essentially a two-piece combo, meaning to pull off its effect you need to already have Moji in play or must have drawn into Moji before being able to play kabaji. Both kabaji and Moji has terrible stats, which makes this ban even more questionable. Committing 4 useless cards to draw 2 and discard 1 doesn't really sound like a good card. So I'm not giving Bandai any ideas, but it would make a lot more sense if Kaya were to be banned instead. However, I do see some reasons to why banning kabaji could be a thing. Kabaji essentially helps you to dig into your deck while maintaining card advantage. It can also be recycled with cards like Zeph and Overheat. All in all, I hope this is an April Fool's joke, but if it isn't, then we must move on without Moji and kabaji. So Nami is really strong in the first week due to its surprise factors and players not knowing how to navigate or go up against Nami. But as time goes by, players are slowly adapting and understanding the ways and how to win against Nami easily. Previously, we can get away with Solitaire Nami. However, right now it's tough to Solitaire because if you're going up against yellow decks, they will typically just build their board with with characters and then play their 10 cost Big Mom. And after turn after turn, they will just burn your life and hit you for big numbers. So what I'm trying to say is Nami can't be too passive right now. With kabaji being banned, it gives us the freedom to move away from being 100% passive build to include some aggressiveness. The quote-unquote aggressiveness comes in the form of Usopp and Bellemere, and inclusion of more removal cards. For now, I'll share you my list and explain along the way, plus give you some alternatives which you can use. So, firstly, we have our leader. So its effect is if it has a Dawn attached and it swings into the opponent's life, you can mill the top card of your deck. And when your deck reaches 0, you win the game. So it doesn't matter during whoever's turn. And then next, our first staple will be for Kaya. Kaya on play effect allows you to draw 2 and then discard 2. And then next we are playing 2 Mr. 1. Mr. 1 allows you to search or add a cost 1 blue event from your trash into your hand. Next we are playing 2 Nojiko. Nojiko's effect is on play if your leader is Nami, you can return a cost 5 or lower character back to the owner's hand. So this is the first inclusion, Bellemere. Its effect is if it has a Dawn attached and it deals damage, it mills the top 7 cards of your deck, and then on KO you mill the top 3 cards of your deck. Next we are playing 4 Zeph. Zeph's effect is the same as Bellemere when it has a Dawn attached to it and it swings in the opponent's life. Mill the top 7 cards of your deck, and then on play you can return a cost 3 or lower character and then you mill the top 2 cards of your deck. So that is all for the characters. I'll just move this up. Yeah, so okay, I will just go through the deck list first and then I'll explain later. And for events, we are playing 4 Desert Spada. Essentially right now we are just playing 4 of every defensive blue spells or spells that allows you to draw. So Desert Spada allows you to draw to counter for 2000 and then check the top 3 cards, arrange it in any order and put it at the top or bottom of your deck. The trigger effect is if it's triggered, you draw 2, discard 1. Next is Impel Down All Stars. We are using it mainly for a discard fodder or its trigger effect. Its trigger effect is draw 2 cards. Next is Usopp's Rubber Band of Doom. Counter for 2000 and then milling the top card of your deck. On trigger, draw 1 card, discard. Draw 1 card and overturn 1 card. Mill 1 card. Next we are playing Gum Gum Giant Gravel. By discarding 1 card, it's a 4k counter. And then your leader plus 4000 counter, 4000 power, and then you mill the top 2 cards of your deck. Next we are playing 2 Brickface. Brickface is here to remove threats. So right now, a lot of players are playing 4 cost 6,000 characters, so this is a good card to have in your deck. You can even bump it up to 4 copies, but I'm playing just 2. Next, Love Beam is a staple. So if you have 3 cards or less, draw 1, and it's a 4,000 counter. Another staple, which is Overheat, 4,000 counter, and then you can bounce one of 3 cost or lower character back to the owner's hand. And if it's triggered, you can return a cost 4 or lower character back to the owner's hand. So mainly your targets would be on your Kaya, Mr. One, or even your Nojiko. Next, we are playing 4 Sanji's Pilaf. Simple, just draw 2. And then lastly, I'm playing 4 Deathwing. Deathwing is a 6,000 counter, and you can draw you can draw until you have 2 cards in your hand. And its trigger effect is same as Sable's. Return a 7 cost or lower character back to the owner's hand. So for this list, I didn't include Usopp is because it doesn't benefit me once it gets KO'd. So Rush is good, but if you're going to effectively use Usopp, you'll be spending 7 Dons, which is the cost 4 costs to play, and then you attach 2 or 3 Dons to make it a magic number. So which in my opinion is not efficient. Instead of using 6 to 7 Dons, you should instead just play Bellemare and then use the remaining Dons for self-protection. However, Usopp can still be played and should be considered in your Nami deck building. Another card that can be considered good would be Sogeking. Being able to bounce and drawing 2, discard 2 is a good way to build tempo and dig through your deck. However, in my opinion, it faces the same problem as Usopp, in that once it's KO'd, it doesn't benefit me, it doesn't mill or doesn't do anything extra. And okay, so some other options like I mentioned earlier will be playing a playset of Brickfist to remove as many threats, or you can even choose to play 4 Nojiko and 4 of this Mr. One. The reason why I'm not playing Mr. One is because you can only get 1 cost events. So if you are taking this, you will need to discard an additional card to activate, so it doesn't really plus you or gain you card advantage. And you can take Spada or Rubber Band, but it's not it is good, but it's only a 2k counter. Yeah, you can still play 4 of this, but for my self preference, I don't really like using more than 2. And you can also play the 2 cost blocker, which is here, Budol. Yeah, so you don't really want to be blocking the opponent attack, you want to remove threats. So I would prefer going with Brickfist or maybe other cards like Sogeking instead of Budol. And that is the list. So this is my list for the updated Nami post Banlist. So if you have found this video helpful or interesting, do give this video a like and consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know in the comments if there are any changes you would make to this list. Also follow me on Twitter for more One Piece TCG content. As always, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.